Hi guys, welcome back to Kay's Kitchen. Today we will be making this easy and fun no-bake Easter chocolate pudding dessert. Alright guys, here are our ingredients. It will be 2 packages of Oreos, 2 packages of Peeps, any color you prefer. Then I have 2 things of sprinkles, one's just regular and then the other is Easter sprinkles. Then we have your powdered sugar, your pure vanilla, 2 packages of chocolate pudding, 3 packages of your Cool Whip. Then we have 1 package of cream cheese, 2 sticks of butter, and 2 cups of cold milk. Alright guys, first we're going to be making our Oreo crust. We're going to take all of our Oreos in the first package and we're going to crush it up. Alright guys, once we have it all crushed up, we're going to pour our crushed Oreos into a bowl. Make sure you get all the Oreos out of the Ziploc bag. You want as much crust as you can. Now we're going to take 1 stick of our softened butter and we're going to put it in with the Oreos. Now once we put it in, we're going to mix it. I normally like to mix it with a fork. It's just a little easier. So we want to mix it all the way until the Oreos and the butter are mixed in completely. Alright guys, now that we have our crushed Oreos and butter mixed, we're going to pour it in our pan. We're going to spread it all over the pan. We want to make sure it gets all of the bottom. You want to crush it firmly with the fork so it can stick together. Alright, once we have it all firmed and sticking together, we're going to place it in the fridge for about 10 minutes just until we make our other layers. Alright guys, now while our Oreo crust is in the fridge, we're going to be making our second layer, which is the cream cheese layer. We got our Cool Whip, our pure vanilla, our powdered sugar, 1 stick of our softened butter, and then of course our main ingredient, our cream cheese. Now we're going to put everything in our mixing bowl. First we're going to start off with our powdered sugar. Then we're going to do our vanilla. And then we're going to add in our softened butter. Make sure you get all that butter in there. Then we're going to add in our cream cheese. Okay, once we have our cream cheese in our bowl, we're going to put our mixing bowl in our mixer and we're going to mix it until it's light and fluffy. You want to make sure you get everything in there mixed very well. Alright guys, now that we have mixed it until it was light and fluffy, we're going to add 1 bucket of our Cool Whip. Make sure we get the whole bucket in there so it's creamy. Then we're going to mix it all together. Alright, now that it is nice and fluffy, we're going to spread it all over our Oreo crust. Want to make sure you get all of the cream cheese filling, and we're going to spread it all over the crust and cover the whole Oreo bottom. Once you spread it all over the crust, you're going to put it back in the fridge for another 10 minutes while you do your next layer. Alright guys, our next layer is our chocolate pudding layer. So we have our 2 chocolate pudding boxes. We're going to pour both of these in with our milk. And then we're going to use our whisk and whisk it until it is thick like pudding. Alright guys, this is how you want your chocolate pudding to come out. It's thick but not too thick. Now we want to spread it all across the top of our cream cheese layer. You want to make sure you scrape every inch of that chocolate out of your bowl. And then you want to spread it all throughout the cream cheese layer so it covers all of the cream cheese. Alright guys, now that our chocolate pudding is spreaded all over the top of our cream cheese, we're going to take our 2 pans of Cool Whip and place it over the chocolate pudding. This will be our last layer before we decorate. So we're going to put all of our Cool Whip on there, and then we're going to spread it throughout. That way it covers the chocolate pudding. Okay, now to begin our decorating, we have our 2 peeps, our 2 sprinkles, and then we have our second pack of Oreos and our whipped cream on top. Now we're going to put our Oreos in our bag and crush them. I prefer to use a glove when I take them out. That's up to you. So I'm just going to take about 1 or 2 rows for the topping because it's not going to be a full layer. It's just going to be sprinkled on top. Alright, now that we have our Oreos in the bag, we're going to zip up the bag and get to crushing. Alright guys, now that we have our crushed Oreos, we're going to take them out the Ziploc bag and evenly spread it across the top. This is going to be like a dirt layer for your peeps. You want to make sure you spread it all over as evenly as you can. You can put more Oreos if you want. That's always up to you. Alright guys, now for the decorating part. We're going to do our sprinkles and then we're going to put our peeps in. Now if you have kids, you can have them help you. I'm sure they would like to decorate too. You could do all kinds of different colors of sprinkles if you prefer. Alright, let's get to decorating. Alright guys, here is the finished touches. If you guys like this video and want to see more, go ahead and like or leave a comment. All right, thank you for watching.